Hey friends, this is Steve. I got a really fun set here. I was trying out the new Reshiram with Fusion Flare, and it seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun. I want to see how it would do against the Open Master League meta. I originally ran it with a lead Mamoswine, Shadow Mamoswine. I liked the coverage it had between ice and ground, put the pressure on a lot of the lead dragons, and also some steals, and also a safe swap Dialga, because, Dialga's Dialga. So also after this game starts, game 2, the computer gives me a whole different team. So we kind of just run with it. So let's jump in. And we got a great lead in the Togekiss. This is kind of where we want to see it. It double resists our Dragon Breaths in the back. So we're going to try to, but they come in, try to catch a charge move, but that's okay. We got the Dialga safe swap. We're going to resist these waterfalls. And I make a little bit of a mistake here. I throw the Iron Head, and that actually cost me switch because they're going to live with a little bit of health here. And they're going to go ahead and hit me with a Blizzard. It's going to do a lot of damage. I really don't want to shield because I want to save my shields for Reshiram and Mamoswine. Those are my good closers. I want to make sure that they have the shields for that. So they do farm me down. They take back switch, but that's okay. I don't think I need to win switch. So I'm going to come in with the Reshiram here, because even though it reveals my last Pokemon, I definitely don't want the Mamoswine to take 2 waterfalls and die. So I just come in with the Reshiram here and reveal my last Pokemon, and let's see what they got. They're going to come back in with the Togekiss, and that's fine. I don't want to swap out right away. I'm going to try to overfarm and with good timing so they don't sneak a Charmin. Hopefully they don't shield this so we get it really low, and guess what? They don't shield. And then we snipe it with the Mamoswine right here before they hit us, and that was awesome. Really happy about that. The last Pokemon on the back is Giratina. So they were ABA weak to this Mamoswine, which is pretty cool. Glad that we swapped out to preserve the health. And this is going to be pretty much a good game right here. These Avalanches are going to do a ton of damage, even more because of Shadow. And then they throw here. No reason to shield. We got 2 shields with the Reshiram. And, this is pretty much a GG. I don't know why they're still playing. But, hey, that's okay. So they get to another charge move. I'm going to shield this just in case there's an Ancient Power. Don't want them to boost and then start spamming off Dragon Claws. That's a possible lose con. But this crunch is going to do, a good amount of damage. And that's going to be a GG. And then we hop into the next game. And then all of a sudden, the computer just picks GBL just picks a different team for me. And by the time I realize it, it's already too late to back out. So I do back out, go back in. And now we have a Zacian in the lead. That's cool. Sure. I love Zacian in the lead. I love the pressure it puts on. I love the defensive typing and the fairy and quick attack now, making it harder for them to catch moves on you. So Melmetal lead here. This is kind of a core breaker to my whole team, but we're going to stay in, and I like putting the pressure on. So we're going to overfarm by 1, and we're going to throw a close combat here. So now let's see what they want to do. If they want to shield, that's fine with me. We're going to get out of here either way. If they don't shield, does a ton of damage, and we go safe swap into the Reshiram. So this Rock Slide is going to hurt a lot more than I thought it was. He's got pretty average bulk. He's going to do almost half. And then I'm going to make sure I farm. I'm going to shield the second one just to preserve some health and see what they come in with. And they come up with a Swampert here. And in my mind, I figure that they probably do the same amount of damage, Crunch and Fusion Flare. But I go with the Crunch, assuming that they're going to shield and hopefully get a debuff. But I was wrong on both accounts. They didn't shield, and I didn't get a debuff. But that's okay. We're just going to let this go down. We have Dialga that can tank Hydro Cannons, no problem. And we also have Zacian. So I'm pretty sure I just come in with the Dialga here. I was hoping to get a debuff and farm down with the Zacian, because I really like farming down with Zacian. And we got a denial there, which was kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Hydro Cannon's resisted, and Swampert doesn't have like the greatest stat product. It's a starter. So we farm it down, no problem. And then they come in with a Garchomp. Oh, they're really weak to the Zacian. So Zacian's got a lot of play in this game, so we're going to save all our shields for Zacian. I felt comfortable going with the bait here. I figured they were going to shield no matter what because they knew I had Zacian in the back. And we're just not going to shield this. That's fine. Whatever they do, we're just going to put all our faith in our Zacian. We should have swapped out right here. We made a mistake by letting them farm us down. That was a mistake on my part. But it actually doesn't cost us, though, hopefully. Oh, I guess you'll find out. And then I make a really good play here. I was going to let this go, but I thought that Earth Power would deal a ton of damage, so I made sure I shielded at the last second Thank goodness I did. And now we're just safe to keep farming. Also, the lose con of this game right now is me throwing first and debuffing my defense, and this rock slide does a ton of damage. But we let them throw first, and then we throw back-to-back close combats to take them out. And ultimately, it's going to be a GG, thanks to our little over farming earlier that helped pay us off. And farm one more and throw, taking out the Melmetal. Just having so much play against so many teams, being able to hit steel super effective. And resisting dragon fast moves like Dragon Tail and Dragon Breath just seems so huge. It's just a phenomenal Pokemon. This is supposed to be a Reshiram video, but we're talking about Zacian. So far, Reshiram hasn't done too much, but we still got a couple more videos. So let's jump into the next battle. I just wanted to keep the video going, so we're sticking with this Zacian now, which is fine with me. I love this guy. All right, so we got our Zacian into Mewtwo. This isn't the most comfortable matchup. Mewtwo outpaces to the Side Strike, and they could even CMP if they wanted to, and nothing beats Mewtwo and CMP. We make a nice catch onto the Dialga. I really like catching moves whenever I can. And staying in there with Zacian didn't seem too comfortable. I would have had to shield. So they come up with their own Zacian. This is okay with me. I'm fine with them. If they want to throw close combat here, I'm not shielding. Again, Dialga's the bulkiest guy on my team. So if they want to throw this, that's fine. They take me out. Now we got some sick farm going with our Zacian. We're going to keep farming and farming and farming. And we're going to throw before they throw. Now we put the pressure on them. If they don't shield, they're -2 defense. This is going to KO. And if they do shield, then we got a shield at least. So they just let it go down. I'm like, that's fine with me. And then here comes that Mewtwo coming back in. And we throw on 4 before they get to the Side Strike. They just got to the Side Strike now. I didn't want them to throw first again. So that's fine with me. And they're going to overfarm. We try to catch again, but we didn't get it. That's okay. We are going to... I believe we let the first one go through. Just want to see how much this does. It's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, that's probably like about 60%. And here comes the Shiny Bacon. And now we see our win con. We're going to farm down the Shiny Bacon all the way. As long as it doesn't have Hurricane, Zacian resists all of its moves. So I'm so excited to farm this thing down. Please throw at me. Excellent. No shield. We want to farm it all the way down, and we're going to throw 2 Play Roughs at that Mewtwo for the game. So let's see. And I'm committed to this farm down. I'm saying if you got Hurricane, you deserve to win, my friend. I'm not shielding because that Mewtwo hits like a truck, and it outpaces me, and it has a ton of energy. So if you have Hurricane, you got it. That's fine with me. And he did not. So now we shield once, and we're going to throw 2 Play Roughs. And that's going to be a GG. That was a really fun game. Zacian doing all the hard work, resisting all the moves from Yveltal, you know, hitting with close combat, hitting with Play Roughs. That's a GG. Again, farming down dragons is a lot of fun. Farming down Shiny Bacons, also a lot of fun. And let's jump into the next game here. This is pretty fun. All right, it's the Zacian into the Mamoswine. All right, yeah, I'm going to stay in here, and I'm probably going to charge up. Oh, no, I save swap out? What do I do here? Oh, we got a little bit of leg. Oh, that's right, this video. So they got so much energy on us. We lagged in the beginning. They're already at 6 Powder Snows at the Avalanche, and I'm pretty upset about that, but we can't give up, though, so we shield it to preserve the health, and we overfarm a little bit, and now we throw before they get to the second Avalanche. I'm going to dip into probably Reshiram after this. We're going to see what they do. They do shield. We go into the Reshiram. And now this is going to be an Avalanche. It's neutral. We let it go. Yeah, it does about half. And we keep farming. And I decided to just let it go. They outpace us to the move. That's okay. I didn't think it was going to put in too much work. I didn't want to use my second shield on Reshiram. I'd rather save it for Zacian or Dialga. So now I have the choice between revealing my last Pokemon or coming back in with the Zacian. I decided to go with the Zacian. I really like the advantage of not revealing my last Pokemon all the time unless you really have to. And again, we just throw right away. If they shield, I guess that stinks, but that's okay. And they're also weak to Zacian in the back too. So we have two answers to this Giratina. And if they came in with Giratina, that means they're probably weak to the Zacian in the back. So I try to get out of here as soon as possible. And we go right into Dialga. Now, he can eat this Shadow Ball, no problem. It does about, what, 50, 60%. And yeah, it's about right, about 50%. And we're good to just farm this thing down. Beautiful. They don't get to a second move. And it's their own Dialga. Now, here's the lose con for us. If we bait, we lose. That's the only way they win. So we have to shield. We have to get the Draco Meteor. If they shield this, it's fine. But they can't shield it. And that's game. So that is a GG. I think that was our last game. Let's find out in a second. I forgot. Oh, we got one more. Okay. I see now why all those guys lose track of how many games they're playing. That makes a lot of sense now. All right, I like this Melmetal lead again. It's a core breaker for our team, but I do like the play style of going right for the close combat or just seeing if they swap out first, you know. Play it differently every time. But usually I throw and then dip or let them throw first and then I throw. Sometimes I get a little worried if they have Flash Cannon, though. So I safe swap into the Reshiram. They have their own Glaciate Kyurem. That's okay with me. I assume they're going to shield because I would assume Fusion Flare does a lot of damage. Kyurem has average bulk. And I go with the Crunch, and I get the shield, and I get the debuff. The best case scenario, I'm ecstatic. Go ahead and knock me out. That's fine with me, my friend. That's A-okay. I'm going to save my shields. And we're going to come right back in with the Reshiram. We're going to come back in. Oh, we're going to go with the Dialga. Okay. And we beat him to the charge move. That's why I guess I went for that. And there's the Melmetal here, the hard counter. There was no point coming back in with the Zacian. We want to save him for the late game. And they always go for it at first. They always go for the superpower. So I decided to shield the first one this time. Every time I don't shield the first one, they always go for a Rock Slide. I'm tired of it. So I shield this time. And they're extremely weak. So we're going to stay in here. And their only win con now is us baiting and them not shielding. And I'm not interested in that. So we're just going to blast off. And we're going to pop off with the Zacian. And this is going to be a GG. We're not going to throw right away. Let them throw. We don't want to debuff ourselves. We got 2 moves, and then it's an easy win. I shield the first one just in case it was a Flash Cannon. That is also a potential lose con. If I don't shield this Flash Cannon, they take out my Zacian, and then it's a 1v1 with Dialga. No bueno. And we get the shield, and then we got one more, and that is going to be a GG. That was very well played by my opponent. Really fun game. Let's see. Was that our last game? I already forgot. And yep, that is a GG. That was a 5-0. That was a lot of fun. Overall, battles were pretty fun, but I gotta be honest, Reshiram was pretty underwhelming. It's possible I just didn't have a good team comp, and maybe the teams my opponent went up against were just a little different. But just want to thank you all for watching up to this point. I'm gonna have a Zekrom video up next week, and listen, you guys have fun. Talk to you soon. Bye.